Assalamualaikum students, this is your physics teacher Miss Fatma, and today we are going to study the second topic of physics, that is about the importance of physics in our daily life. Alright, before doing that, let's just have a quick review of the last lecture that we have done. In last lecture we have discussed about the definition of physics, that what is physics. It is defined as the interaction between the matter and the energy, right? So and after that we have learned about the 9 branches of physics, that includes mechanics, electricity, electromagnetism, solid state physics, atomic physics, nuclear physics, plasma physics, biophysics and astrophysics. All right, now moving towards the next topic, that is about the importance of physics in daily life. Like what role do physics play in our daily life, right? In our daily life, things around us, so many things around us involves physics. Okay? From a fan to a tube light to the light to the transportation in vehicles, this all includes the mechanism of physics. All right, so let's just quickly have a review about the importance of physics in our daily life. If you want to take an example from your home appliances, you can take the example of electric fan, the fan, right? The mechanism of the fan based on the physics, right? The electromagnet inside the fan, basically the reason why the fan revolve. All right, so of the rotation of the fan includes the physics, right? Because it has the magnetic inside its that circle. All right, then electric bulb, refrigerator, air conditioner, juicer, grinder, etc. All right, now, so if you want to take an example from the automobile industry, in automobile industry physics plays an important role, right? On the principle of thermodynamics. All right, thermo means heat, dynamics means motion, right? So the engines in the automobile based on the principle and laws of thermodynamics, that comes under the umbrella of physics. Then if you jump to the nuclear reactors, nuclear energy, if you talk about the nuclear energy, many countries are producing their electricity with the help of nuclear energy. Many countries are producing electric energy by using nuclear energy. All right, now if we talk about the radar technology that help in the surveillance, right? So that the radar technology based on the rules of physics. All right, then it comes as laser technology. It is also used in medical sciences, and it also based on the principles of physics, right? Now, the topic that we are going to discuss today is about error and accuracy. All right, so what is meant by error? What the word error defines, right? The word error, we usually use the word error. There is an error, here is an error. So what is basically error and how one could define an error? Error is basically a difference between the measured value and the actual value. The difference between the measured value and actual value is termed as error. Like if there is any difference between the value what it should be and the value what we have measured, then we can term that situation as error, that there is an error because of which there is a difference between both the values. All right, so error is not of single type, or there are many reasons of an error to be occurred. right? So there are three main types of error. Number one is personal error, number second is systematic error, number third is random error. From their names you can guess that what sort of error these would be, right? The first one is personal error, that happens because of a person's mistake, or because of someone who is taking a reading and who has mistook the reading. That could be a main reason for the personal error. If you want to discuss in words, then we can say that this error arises due to the tendency of the person who takes the reading in a favor of the particular reading. Such procedure produce the error in taking observation. This type of error can be removed by avoiding this bias. Okay, so many times it happens when you take an observation from a tube like which have the mark over it. Alright, let's suppose this tube is filled with any liquid, right, which makes an meniscus. Alright, if someone is taking reading from here, right, if it marks at 29, he can mistook it as a 28. So such error in which there is a mistake of a person who is taking the reading, right? So such errors are called personal errors. Alright, now and the way to fix these kind of error is to take the accurate measurement and the closest near to perfect observation to eliminate this kind of error. Alright, so the second error is systematic error. From its name you can easily guess that it is because of the system, it is because of the machine, it's not because of a person. Alright, but it is also known as instrumental error. The error which may arise due to an error in a system, due to an error in a instrument. Alright, in the wording we can say that this type of error arises due to the fault of the measuring instrument. This is also called zero error. So the second name of systematic error is zero error. Alright, this error can be overcome by adopting the relevant zero error correction. Alright, now okay, there are two types of zero error. The one is positive and the another one is negative. There is a positive zero error and there is a negative zero error. If the error, let's just take an example. Suppose there is a weight machine, right? There is a weight machine on which you are trying to take a measurement. Alright, and you have placed a mass of around 5 kg, right? So this machine should have shown the weight of 5 kg, right? But it doesn't show the weight ratio of 5 kg, but it shows the weight ratio of 7 kg. It means it has the positive zero error because it is giving more reading than we have expected. Alright, same in the case if there is a weight balance and we are going to weight same 5 kg mass, but it gives the reading of 3 kg, right? So it means it has deducted 2 kgs from it. So such error in which the value is reduced is called negative zero error. Alright, so there is one more type of error. This is called random error. From its word random you can guess that how random it could be, right? There could be any reason of this error to be occurred. Temperature could be the reason, the humidity could be the reason, right? So if we want to make it in words, we can say that this error is also called accidental error. The another name of this error is accidental, that it happens due to an accident. There is no intention of someone to cause this error, or there is no main reason for this error to be occurred, right? So we can say that this error arises due to the experimental condition. the condition of the experiment, the effect of temperature, the effect of humidity, the effect of voltage if you are working for something which requires electricity, right? So these all of these errors are beyond the control of person making the measurement. So the next thing we are going to discuss is accuracy. What accuracy means? Accuracy means to be exact, right? To be same as the actual value. This is the accuracy. Alright, so in the words, if we want to elaborate what is accuracy, we can say it as the value nearest to the actual value is termed as accuracy. Alright,